welcome back to the Mind and Money podcast. I'm Val, a financial planner.
And I'm Sherry, a financial coach. And today I saw something random online and I haven't shared it with Val yet. And I kind of wish we were doing video because I'd like
Yeah.
to see her face. But we're rolling with tech challenges today and doing audio only. So we'll still gauge her reaction. So this was specific to a goal of wanting to work out more, but I feel like this is very easily adaptable to financial goals, challenges. And what this video shared about was how to use money as motivation to do the things you don't want to do, because as folks with ADHD, we do not have motivation in the way the neurotypicals do, who are just like, I want to get better at running. I want to get stronger. I am going to work out 4 days a week because that's logically what gets me there. We are like feral children. And we don't do things unless there's novelty, passion, urgency. There's all those things that motivate us, which are way different than what motivates neurotypical folks. And what this person was suggesting was that they use money as a motivator for getting to work out. So in this situation, and this might be a loaded question, they said, look at your budget and figure out a number that you could reasonably take out from your budget and not have towards your expenses or whatever you need every month. And again, the important piece of this puzzle is having a very trusted friend or family member. And then you send them that money. So I think in this situation, she said it was $500. So she sent her friend $500. And the deal was every time she worked out, she earned $25. So every time she worked out, friend would send her $25 or maybe like move that $25 into another like bucket. And then at the end of the month, if she had not worked out to win back all that $500, the friend got it. It's win
Ooh.
it's kind of win-win. Like you're asking your friend to do some extra administrative work for you, but then the potential's there. And I just kind of go to, if I'm the friend holding the money, I'm going to maybe do things or say things to you to try and demotivate you because I want to have the money. But I also see another way you could level this up is the money doesn't go to the friend, or maybe half of it goes to the friend and half of it goes to a charity or political person who you are against supporting. So then it creates even more motivation to, not only am I not going to get this money if I don't work out, Joe, the politician, is going to get it. And he supports everything I don't believe in. So it's just like, I really love this idea because not only does it have a huge motivator, you can frame it in a few different ways around your finances. So if you've got a goal you want to work towards, it's like for every dollar you save, your friend gives you $1 back from the account. Or if you meet, you can create so many different things when it comes to your money that can have
Yeah,
you getting money back.
I do really like it. You're getting a lot of head nods when you're explaining the feral children running around and the urgency and passion. And when we, as ADHD people, we typically don't do things until we have certain things motivating us. I like this idea. I would hate being the friend that held the money only because that could be up to 20 e-transfers that month. And I just know I'd be like, oh my God. Like if you did it once a week, I'm fine with that. But like if you were like every day, like, hey, send me this, hey, send me this, I'd be like, oh my gosh. So that's just me going, that's another administrative thing for me to do. But weekly, we could talk about that. I love the idea of it being like you could lose, right? Like there's more true investment in this. And that like absolutely applicable to more than just working out. You could apply that to a whole lot of things and finances as well. So if you're able to save this much every month, then you get the full amount back or however you would do that.
My brain goes into creativity mode on how we could make this less administrative for the friend or loved one, and like even more of a windfall for the person who's like taking this action to get motivation. Because if you do it all, so it's like once a month, we're going to exchange the money,
Right.
then it's more of a windfall for the person who's like giving the money, and it's less administrative for the person who's like holding the money. My brain also goes to the, maybe we have a joint account where we each have independent accounts and then there's a joint account and the money goes in there. There's so many different ways that it can be less of an administrative weight for the friend or loved one. But I also go into creativity mode. I'm like, oh my God, how can we set this up financially to help folks with ADHD hit their goals. And I've got about a million ideas, but it's going to vary depending on your situation. But I love the hesitation of, and this is something that I've used with a couple of clients before, where you're going to do X, and if you don't, and it's like I can't make them do this. But like if you don't do that, then $250 goes towards this political person that you despise. And that did
Hmm.
actually work, because even though I couldn't make them do it, they like verbally committed to it. Like, yes, I'll do the thing, and if I don't do the thing, I'll do this. Often that external accountability partnered with the weight of what happens with that money is contingent on you doing or not doing the thing. I
Yeah.
think both of
Or
those things pair together so well to create motivation where it might not live.
yes, right. And if it's not money, it's maybe saying, okay, if you don't do this, then it's, let's say, I don't know, if you like loved collecting something, you're like, you have to sell one of those on Marketplace at the end of the month if you haven't done this, right? So finding out what matters to you. And I think too, like, let's say that you did all your workouts, you get the $500 back. You have to do something with that, and then it's a fresh 500 going to the friend. Because if not, you could just be recycling the 500. I feel like you gotta even up that ante. That's my opinion. You could be like, okay, that 500 goes into my tax-free savings account or whatever. It gets invested, and then I take 500 from the next month and I move that. That's my thought,
Ooh, I never thought about
right?
that piece of the puzzle, but you're right. It becomes much less motivating if you're just like, on the 30th of the month,
You
Joe
just
transfers me
send
the
it back,
$500 back. And I just, yeah, it's like, no, I'll just keep it. We'll roll it over to next month. But
right?
I also like, maybe that money goes towards something that you want to do more of in your budget. Maybe it goes into your vacation or your fun money account or your impulse spending
Yeah,
account. So it's not only is it a reward that you get that money back, it's a reward where that money goes and what job you give it when it hits your bank account at the end of the month. Ooh, that's an important piece of the puzzle too, because it becomes like not that it wouldn't be important, but it just becomes much less significant if it's just like a revolving door for the same $500. Valid point.
right, right. If it's just recycling it, then less investment in it. But if it's like, okay, I get that back and I have to give an additional for the fresh month, let the games begin. So I love it. I think it's great. And even I think the accountability is key because part of us goes, well, I could just have a savings account. I could just move it over. But that's really accessible and it's real easy to just borrow back from that instead of having that friend with the accountability and the barrier to the funds instead of going, oh shoot, I need that. No, I haven't worked out, but I've got to transfer it back anyways.
Yeah, and that external accountability be like at the end of, like, maybe those text updates are happening every day. Like, yes, I worked out today. I'm going to put a check on the box or whatever's going to
Hmm.
work for you to track that. But telling that person, like, fuck, I was going to work out today, but I didn't. Or my goal was to save $200 this month and I didn't. So
Right.
just that accountability and the money reward motivator.
The next
I think that's just fucking genius.
I agree. And I mean, with things like snap streaks, the next generation loves them and keeping them alive. So if it's just snapping your friend when you did that workout, and then that's that proof for you, you can save it in the chat or whatever it is. But we do like keeping, streaks going. So it's just adding a little bit more to that. Maybe it's not every day, but if it's 3 times a week, then that's your streak goal, right? So I like it. I really like it. I feel like I need to percolate on it, be like, how am I going to use this? But I feel like I am definitely going to use that.
And this also has me going down a rabbit hole in my mind of revisiting an old business idea that I had around creating a challenge for a
Hmm.
specific amount of time where it's more of a sprint to do the things you quote unquote, like should be doing with your money, but creating a challenge and accountability within a group of folks who are all working towards the same things and being able to have some type of financial reward. So I did this in a financial coaching group once before, or maybe a couple times before, where they had this challenge where you did all of these things and you got points for them. And at the end of the challenge, the people with the top 3 points got financial rewards. And basically, I think the third place person got whatever they invested into the challenge back, and then higher for the second and third person. So I don't know. I think maybe this is me starting to be open to that idea again, more of like a financial sprint in a group
Hmm.
setting with a buy-in, but not like more of a low ticket buy-in. And
It's like
Yeah.
fantasy sports, but ADHD accountability.
Yeah. ADHD accountability to make changes with your money by setting like clear goals and having clear actions and then having the dopamine of like points and check boxes and financial rewards and competition attached to it. Damn, I think
Yeah.
I've convinced myself I need to do this.
It's gamifying it, right? Like it's gamifying the things that we don't want to do, but we can do, putting some heat behind us and something to go for. Like because even if you got fourth place and you got nothing, you still got a lot of shit done, I bet.
And then you get the belief that you can do the hard things that you are
Yes.
avoiding. So that's a priceless reward. So if you're
Agreed.
seeing this and you're interested in this challenge and you haven't seen anything from me on doing it, give me a little nudge and say like, "Hey, what's up with this, coach? This is something that I would be all in for." So get your shit together.
Curious. Okay, I will also be hounding you for that. Love it.
Yeah, careful. I might rope you into participating with me. Anyways, we are glad that you've been here. And if you've got a way to gamify something with your life or your money, shoot us a message and let us know because what you're doing is probably going to be able to help somebody else. So sharing is caring. So thanks for being here. And we can't wait to see you next time on the Mind and Money Podcast.